After publishing my video on shooting form last week, one of my friends on the Howard Hill Longbowman's list asked me to shoot some groups. The thing that you should see in this sequence of shots is that when you're shooting blind bale, your eyes are not interfering with your brain. When you shoot blank bale, you're introducing your eyes, which to my way of thinking are your eyes are the most powerful influence to your brain. And with that, your form will change when you start shooting blank bale. But when I shoot blank bale, I do not try to shoot groups. I do not try to hit anything. So in order to try to demonstrate the effectiveness of form, I've shot a little bit at this little golf ball sized foam ball, and this is the first group. I only shot about 10 arrows for warm-up at the beginning, and this is the unvarnished truth, what you're seeing here. I don't pretend to be a great shot. I do pretend to be a pretty good student of form, and besides, I stayed at a Holiday Inn Express last night. But whatever. I'll leave it to you to detect the differences in my form and the errors that I'm making with my eyes open and focusing on the spot up there. When I walk up to the target, I leave the camera on just so that you can see that I'm in no way staging this. I have in no way edited this. These are 4 sequences or 4 ends of 5 arrows with my Hill longbow that I was using in the shooting video last week. And then at the end, I'm going to shoot a Widow longbow, a Black Widow longbow PL, and finally a Bear Kodiak Hunter that hasn't been strung or shot by me in over 20 years. And I'm shooting both the Black Widow and the Bear cold. I didn't warm up with it. I just put down the Hill and picked up the Widow, and then put down the Widow and picked up the Bear. My contention is that form always overrules equipment. A lot of folks are trying to buy accuracy, and it doesn't really matter, within reason of course, whether you have the best bow in the world, whatever that may be, or a just run-of-the-mill off-the-shelf bow. The arrows I'm using are Easton Eclipse X7s. They're 2014s, 31 inches to the base of the point, and they are pretty well matched to my 50-pound Howard Hill bow. Most of you may know that the Howard Hill bow is cut to an 1/8 inch short of center. The Black Widow is basically at center, and so is the Bear. I frankly don't know if this is really good grouping or not, and beyond that, I frankly don't care. I enjoy shooting the bow, but more importantly, I enjoy teaching people how to shoot the bow and watching them succeed. I am not a competitor. I don't care to compete. I just totally dislike the whole competitive atmosphere. So I teach. That's my interest in it. Besides the influence of the eyes, obviously if you're videoing, you're trying to think about what you're going to say about what you'll be doing. It just is very distracting to the archery shot. And like I said, I leave the camera on and do the 20-yard walk up there to demonstrate that I haven't in any way staged any of these results. And I don't know about you, but I think I'd take those any day of the week. Now here's the Black Widow, and I'm shooting the same arrows. The Black Widow draws about 53 pounds at my draw length. It has a fast flight string, and of course is a high performance longbow. But again, I'm doing this to try to demonstrate that equipment is not nearly as important as form. I see so many threads on Tread Gang and elsewhere that says, oh, I'm shooting left, I'm shooting right, what's wrong with my arrow, what's wrong with my bow, what's wrong with my nocking point. It's 95% what's wrong with my form. People are asking the wrong questions trying to get the right answers. If your arrows are matched to each other, not necessarily the bow, if your form is relatively consistent, your arrows will group. They may not be right on your target, they may be left or right, up or down, but if you're shooting with consistent form, your arrows will group. Notice that's the first arrow, that upper left one. The rest of them were pretty well in there. Now I'm shooting the old early 70s Bear Kodiak Hunter. It's got a very different grip from the Hill or the Black Widow. And like I said earlier, it hasn't been off my bow rack in 20 years. This is the first time I've strung it or shot it in that long. There were no warm-up shots. The first arrow was high left, the second arrow was high, and then we'll see how these last three arrows go. This bow is drawing about 56 pounds at my 30-inch draw length. And again, I'm still using the arrows that were matched to my Hill bow at 50 pounds. Form trumps equipment every time. First arrow was high left, second arrow was high, the last three arrows, I'd take it. I don't know about you.